through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. The spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the bottom line, Liberia.
Well, indeed, welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia discussions. This is the program that brings you the much needed information, and we discuss issues that interest Liberia. Tonight is Paul and myself here, and we actually should have had two distinguished gentlemen to discuss the issue of diaspora Liberians voting from where they are, a proposal that the Liberians living in Europe are making. But unfortunately for us, we have some glitches. Our guests cannot appear now. They will come, but not today. That is it. They cannot be on the show today. And that's, in fact, one of the reasons why we're a little bit delayed, but it's better late. People say it's better late than never, because when you're late, at least you have the chance to explain why you were late. Probably you have some problem, but if you don't turn up at all, it becomes a problem. So let me say welcome to my man, my friend, my colleague, my brother and friend, Paul the Lord Chilpley, from London. Paul, how you doing?
Well, for good evening. I'm great. It's good to be back for another edition of the Bottom Line discussion. Yes, I'm good. How your end?
My end is good. I'm under the weather a little bit because we're changing. We have this constant, very, very cool situation in the morning, and then pushing to the afternoon hours. The weather will change again a little bit. So it's up and down. So I'm under the weather. Well, but we'll always be there. But all in all, God is on our side. We are breathing. But Paul, let me just again re-echo that our guests will not be on because of some little issues that could not be solved right now. It's not issues, but some glitches, like some hitches. We want to do something, and something happened. One famous Liberian president, past Liberian president, once said, "Toto wants to box for a handshot." So, there are certain things we plan to do, and it turns out the other way. But we will make negotiation. We stay talking to our guests. Maybe anytime this week, it could be tomorrow, it could be the new week coming on Sunday or whatever. We'll find time as soon as everything is set.
So from some message I received, he said because he's stuck at work, so he shall be here on Tuesday. That's the message we put in the chat room. I just received that.
Yeah, and you see, that's a valid reason, because work is what sustains the whole world. If even the great United States of America, people are working. So if you don't work, you'll not be able to do what you have to do. Work is what keeps the economy going. And one thing I want people to know is every work that you do is very important to the society. But people do not know. Sometimes you sit in a big office, or you government official riding that big car, you see the small puppy, the old puppy standing on the sidewalk and sweeping. You say, you overlook the man. But if that man doesn't sweep the sidewalk for the next 2 weeks, what happens? Your car will not be able to pass and say, I didn't play that. So work is very important, and that's why if people have something to do, you cannot leave there and say, okay, I'm going to do a program. So your work is very important. So it happens to every one of us. So but like my colleague said, we'll be having our guests. I don't want to call the name. I don't want to keep because somebody will get mad. The mayor will know he's supposed to be here. But thank you, Paul, for that information. So tonight, the rest of the guys, I don't know whether they will come later on, but again, this is a busy weekend. And Paul, just on another note, this is we call it host failure. It's the spring holiday. No, the autumn holiday starting on or starting this weekend because it will last until next weekend here in Norway now. So I'm having holiday. My last week of holiday, I'm taking it starting today all the way to next Monday. Not this coming Monday, but the other Monday after. Is it the same there in the UK? Well, muted.
Yeah, it's the same. You know, when we're entering the winter mode, this is what we get, and people are now getting prepared for the long cold season. And usually it kickstarts with this nonsense they call it Halloween, where people celebrate the witchcrafts and all that. And I think it's sometimes interesting to find out the way it works. The people believe in witch. Then in our own society, when you talk about witch, everybody get, oh, they beat you up unmercifully, but it is what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, but you see, one time one wise woman told me something. He said anything that the women got name for, the women know about it. Because
Yeah.
he know about it, you not have the name. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we think, when we talk about witchcraft, all we think, hey, that black man that are only way in West Point, in that small scene around house, when you get food to eat, she said that shit that witchcraft around the town. But no man, some of the people you see wearing nature passing around, using your government money, that be witch. They may not be fly on the broom though, but they're not witch, it's different. So you know,
And could you imagine? I said the people celebrate it in the back of stone. They're so happy to be part of that thing. And they go on television, talk about witchcraft. Some of them talk about the way they can see their ancestors and all that, and they can all sort of things that they do. So it's amazing to find out the way the people think about. But our own is a complete contrast to their way of doing things.
yeah, but you know, the problem is again, we're starting the show like that. I think that's how we'll start. Tonight, by way of information, folks, we'll get do general discussions since our guests are not here. And so this is we'll talk some little politics about this very important issue that Paul brought out about this Halloween and how people believe in it. You know, look at Africa. And sometimes we talk, people say, oh, you know, you're talking against the Bible and whatever. But the Bible is the word of God, the same way people bring to us. The same way men will come again, counteract and bring something that does not, you know, go alongside with the Bible, witchcraft and things. So the country of Africa, our old people, they knew God, right? But they didn't have that word, G-O-D, okay? They had it. That's why every language in Africa, even in Liberia, every tribe get God name. Maybe two or three languages get the same name for God. They knew that there was something bigger that is responsible for the universe that we live in because they look around them. They see this mysterious happening. Imagine you go somewhere, you see someone at waterfall that is great, you know. Then the mysterious thing, the forest, the rocks, all kind of things. So they say, okay, we not see anybody who made it the whole world, yeah, but we just saw ourselves. Yeah. But then in their mind, they say, but if I can have father, I can have mother, then what you think that all the things that happen, nobody is responsible for it. So that person will call it like, in Mano, they'll call it Wleh. Okay. In Pastor, they call it Glibor. Okay. In Bele, they call it Allah. So they say, okay, there is somebody bigger, and that person is called Allah or Mano, Wleh, or Pastor Glipor. Oh, yeah, I think it's the same.
What they call it, Yeshua.
You see, so our people will go and look for the mysterious thing that they know. Nobody know. In that moment, made it here because we not try. In that moment, so the person who made it here that the God did. So they started to worship that person. They worshiping God through that person, through the power of that person. Then the women can say, "Oh no, you worshiping Ado." Oh, who told you to worship that? But you see, women will take one somebody picture and put it in the church and tell you worship it. And Ado that any figure that you're not supposed, that can't talk, that you ain't employed. Now you start worshiping that figure. Then they get some kind of thing to check. They call it rosary and all the kind of thing. I'm not trying to against the Cali people, but I mean, I'm just giving instances, right? So
yeah,
Yeah, the women tell you to do this one, but when you're on a tanker to wash it, only say that adult. Oh no, the same thing. No, the white people. I'm not talking against the white men too, but I mean, if they can talk against black men and black men washing adult, then we can also talk about their own too. The same white men will tell you, say, oh no, we can tell men to woman. We can make woman with men. Go off in making men from your born like that. Then they say, no, we tell you to woman if you want, like your will, or what you want. But then our people, our traditional people, they have their traditional societies. Okay, for instance, the Poro and the how you call it, the Sunday. Okay, the people go there that are bush, that are school and they teach tradition. They do all kind of thing there. The women say, not good. But that you take go and make man, you tell a man, make it, you tell him to what woman. Then you tell a woman, you tell him to man. But the people do that when you say not good. And then we accept it, yes, it's not good. We start moving along with because through that we ought to get money. They tell you say you're going to talk against FGM. Okay, the female, genital mutilation, you're talking against it, not good, we get your money. Then we'll talk against it because we get money. Poverty. So the women confuse us. When you think critically, oh no, you become enemy. Oh, why are you thinking that kind of way? So just look at it. Paul, look at it. God made me man. Then the women say, if I want, I'm a will. If I want, I'm gonna tell myself a woman. But then the same God who made Africans too, Africans say, yeah, we want to keep our society, and this is the mark of our society that we can identify people, but someone won't do it. Then they say, no, it's not good. Don't do it.
But the thing with the white people, they don't like people to be a critical thinker. They like people to be that fool that they will always play on. So if you look at it keenly, I mean, just be critical of it and they're good at it. So you see, because they don't believe in people or being critical thinker and they suppress their own nation, then you think only their own people they lie to them, they kind of suppress them. Look what happening today. They tell you, say, oh, thou shalt not kill, right? And it's written, they say the book say thou shalt not kill. And now they are the one that believe in killing. They see people tell us that the book said God made man in his own image. So in reality, I see myself as God, right? Yep. But then the same book tell us, yeah, God made all of us, but there's particular person that God chose to be the chosen one. They can go and massacre people, but the same book said, thou shalt not kill. But it's okay for that one to kill. So because if you start thinking critically, they say, oh, this person here, you become what? I mean, they will label you some kind of way. They will give you a name that they will describe you all kind of way because why were you being critical in thinking? And then if you go back in the old days where you have the kings, the queens, they use the church to look at somebody and say, oh, this person I wish. And because you wish, they will go and behead you. These are the people that took the gospel to Africa and use it. Tell our people today, if you go to Liberia, Sunday morning, you see our people then, they go to church, they can't even, the women can't wear trousers because the women told them not to wear trousers. You see, the hypocrisy in these people. So that I agree with what you're saying. So what they believe, that's why you should not think critically.
Yeah, they want you to do what they tell you, do this, agree. But when you think critically for yourself, they say, no, you're against what they say. So why would I think for you and only accept what you're telling me?
Yeah,
I cannot think. So you see, let me tell you, slavery started long time ago, especially in Africa, when they came and saw that our people were refusing to think critically. Then they started taking our people to carry them, to go work for them. Because if our people had thought critically, so I can blame the women for slavery. But again, at some point, I say, no, man, we can lay all the blame squarely on them too. Because if these guys have met slave resistance in Africa, that you can't take one of our children or whatever, you can't take it and carry it anywhere. The thing carrying you got to know. The women will not be that brave, in fact, because imagine the people throw on water to come to your place and you'll get all that bush there. And you'll ambush the whole ship and catch everybody that you can lay hand on. They'll be afraid. Let me tell you, always see on the internet. There is some island, I don't forget the name, but that island, no human being, no other people can go there. The people living there, they didn't get time. They didn't get time for nobody. I think I read that they grabbed some guys. One guy who was forcing it to come go there all the time to go tell them about God business. They grab him. Nobody saw him again. That island, small island, somewhere. I'll try to get his name again. See, because the post is standing their ground. They said, "Do not come here. Do not come." But our people were so open to that, especially country like Liberia, that we saw even our own leader, we let them the robbing or broad daylight, like they turn our hand around and killing us, but still clapping for them. So it was easy for the women to infiltrate and take people from there. Well, Francis, welcome, man.
The fourth, keeping the show alive. I was in a meeting with this Liberian Diaspora return July, and also the series of meetings every other day in different groups. So we're looking forward to. The president actually launched the campaign in the States when he was there in Rhode Island. December 2024, the year of the return for Liberians. So Liberian Diaspora return. So yeah.
Okay, I think that's
gosh, yeah.
I think that's good news that Liberian diaspora are being welcomed back. That I hope our people on the grounds too will not still have this notion. I don't know whether Paul or you have ever heard about something like this in the air or passively. That the people then they come in take our job. Then we are here. We who are walking up and down in the muddy water will not get job. That's my notion they have against people. But we hope that since the president is launching the campaign, that it will gain ground. And that we all be able to go back. Just small, we're not going there to get a job, but where you can come and probably participate. Even if there's a political party meeting somewhere that that you are interested, you can go and be part of it. That's what we're talking about. Nobody's coming to get a job. So
the idea is not about job seeking or taking jobs. It's for to brand Liberia. Since we in the diaspora, we can help market Liberia as a country, as a touristic site. I know white people we come in, you bring one of your friends, maybe your region friend, or since Paul is friend with King Charles, so maybe the King Charles can come with him, or maybe somebody from the royal family can come with him. Because this guy, Idris, the British actor, they have the Sierra Leone guy. Yeah, he's doing the same thing with Sierra Leone. He's doing, using his stardom, or how you call it, his celebrity, status to take people back to Sierra Leone as well. So. We need tourism because it's another form of boosting the economy. That's what you have. Most of the countries around the world depend on tourism right now because trade barriers have been hindered. A lot of stuff. Anyway, So,
Paul got Francis have places you were chiming on that one, but Francis, you have mentioned about tourism, and a lot of people will not know that tourism is the game. Look, you go to most countries, every time we got travel to Asia, as we speak, John Brenner is in Asia.
Okay?
Yeah. So when you travel to Asia, you get to know that we got the same weather, we got the same food, we got everything. The only thing we got different that the language, and probably some of them call them. But you go to most part of Asia, the people are black. Okay, so but get on that flight from Europe and see how many people heading to that place. So I'm always like, tell me, so what are people going to do? They leave their comfort here in Europe. All they do the mansion and again, they leave it, they go there, they go to Asia. Some of them staying in small hotels. But it's all tourism, and that's how the people make their money. I've been there many times. When I go, I know what can happen. Where you got people right now, if I'm saying I'm going to Philippines, no. My friend does car rental. He's always waiting. One new car waiting, parking for me at the airport. I get on that car, I see people. How many people working, maybe I can send out if I want, I can have a driver. So children's room is it. And then I said, but these people, this is what they're making money for. So imagine that you got 100 or 300 or 400,000 people going to Liberia every year. I mean, that's just the minimum, right? And each person is spending $10 at least. You get 4 of them, 100,000 people. Everybody's spending $10. Get $10. People will still get money. Somebody will still get work. So, Paul.
Yeah, Francis, Alva shared that link with us. They've been advertising a thing that diaspora Liberians should come home and they will visit. They have named places that the beauty of Liberia for people to see. How Liberia is beautiful, the landscape from Cape Mount to Cape Palmer, from Lofa County to Monserrado County. The beauty of that country, if you travel the length and breadth of Liberia, you know that the place is beautiful. But the good thing is, let's give credit to Mr. Cummings in 2017 when he announced the thing about ecotourism that no one was thinking of. Today, now people have picked it up, and you see people have gone home. If you look at Patawi waterfall, the whole place now has been changed. If Liberians travel to the waterfall today, that used to be that waterfall, the whole place has been transformed in a sense. But one of the major challenges that we face is road connectivity and electricity. If you have those things in place, I think Liberians will flood into that country in droves. They will bring, and I can bring my good friend King Charles. There'll be no problem at all. If you do the right thing, the rule of laws, all of these things in place, man, think about it. This is what, and today's program should have been about Liberians having that right to vote and all that. It's all of these things encourage our people, encourage our children to go back. And I think it's a good idea. But Francis, send you part of the thing. Are this government going to charter or aeroplane for us that want to go see our mama Liberia free of charge, that we could book holiday to go on this thing?
I mean, it's an open secret that the government is broke. So the government cannot. I mean, you guys in the opposition will be the ones condemn the government. Government spending $1 million on bringing Liberians people to come enjoy, drink liquor and have fun, instead of giving it to sending it or using it on the health sector, the JFKs and roads. So what the government can do, as is to negotiate with airlines to give some discounts so our people will be able to come back home. That's
Francis, you were in a diaspora, we contribute heavily. In America, they get it in the called tax rebate. It's about time the government gave us something back too. I mean, if I look at it logically.
But you're not working directly to the government. You're not working.
No, we pay taxes to them because the money that we send every day to get somebody child in hospital, that we pay taxes. So we pay.
How much is that? Maybe send money once every year, once every 2 years.
No. People send money frequently, not once every year. Maybe you don't do that. If you send 50 cents, we get out 20 cents, they take away that is taxable to the government. So you contribute a lot.
Yeah, you asked a question as to whether the government can sponsor the trips for diaspora like those who want to go back. I know you're joking, right? Because
no, I'm not joking. Because they advertising a thing here because the ticket costs about 1,400, 1,000, sometimes 2,000 to go home, and they ask people to go for this December.
Okay, so let me ask you. Are you willing, if government will sponsor a program, are you willing for government to also program you while you are there, tell you do this and do this at a certain time?
No, they just send it. They're marketing.
No, the thing is you have been welcome to go home.
Yeah.
It would have been the opposite way where government say nobody from the diaspora should come home, and then we'll complain. So the government say, okay,
no, no, they cannot deny Liberians from going home. So they're making it.
So they get dictate. Okay, if the government say, the government say let everybody go home December 24, and I'm not ready to go home December 24. So government will go and charter a plane, and the entry plane will go. So you see,
no, people. I said I'm waiting to go. That's what I'm saying. And so you not waiting. You not waiting. That's the majority of us waiting to go home.
No, not that I'm not willing, but I'm not willing. I'm not ready to go on December 24. So you see, they leave it open for you.
So, but the thing is, the time and you to pay $2,000.
Eventually, if the government will tell you everybody travel on December 24, then December 24 canceling, I mean you go, then I mean that all money going in vain.
No, not going.
No, why you know who will give it back? Who will give it back to the government? So it's open. If you want to go, you go. You don't want to go, you stay. You see, people Liberians, you try to play the hard game here. Where Liberian people always complain. They say, oh, they other people in Liberia, they say the people the monarch can to take our job. Then government say let the people come. Then we also want to pay your way again. Then when you
no. Linford, this government is saying something. They want us to do them a favor. Think on it carefully. They want us. Yeah, it's favor.
How?
The arrest agenda have ecotourism on it, right? This one of the things they talk about. So they have a blueprint of how do we do it.
Yeah,
so
do you support ecotourism? As an individual Liberian, do you support it?
Oh yes, I said it earlier. I said it's a good thing.
You'll be a favor. You will be doing your part.
So they get a blueprint and they want us to sell it to other people that their friends say, yeah, I'm friendly with King Charles to sell the idea. So if you that marketing, in marketing, you come up with all kind of marketing strategy. One of the strategies is, okay, let's bring a lot of Liberians to show them how beautiful is the place. So when they go, they can sell that idea. That's why I'm asking, will they be able to charter? Then we can all market for our country. It's just a thought.
Well, I wouldn't press the government or even suggest to them to charter flight for anybody who wants to go from the diaspora, because few things happen here. Number one, if the government charters flight and they say they fly, only one flight coming, we not pay for it already. Coming this, for example, coming December 24, so you can spend the Christmas. Now, and not all the diaspora Liberia will be willing to go December 24. Okay, so what you do a lot of work, and because of some engagement is right. So somebody sick and in the hospital, somebody woman pregnant and deliver, somebody joke, can I allow them to travel that particular day? Okay, then when the government bring you, say, okay, you only spend Christmas today, December 20, say you're going back, and you went to Liberia for one day, and they say you're going back tomorrow. Simply because you can't buy your own ticket or you don't want to buy a ticket, then the government tells you you're going back tomorrow. What you say, you can't say no because they charter a plane. So the thing is,
they say you go by one day that way.
But they charter the plane.
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find a thing. It's a promotion thing that going on. Not only one place. You'll be going to Patawi.
But Paul, agree with me that if the government will charter the plane, they will be the one to sell the itinerary, right? They tell you when you go by, what you do, where you go.
But before they already set the agenda for this December. They already listed places.
So it's simple. Me, I'm not denying, but agree to it that the government will tell you what to do. You'll be programmed.
But they already telling people what they're going to do. So it's there where the places they all lay out where to visit.
Very good. We can push a proposal if you willing. The government tell you say you coming December 24, you're going back December 26. So between December 24 and December 26, you should do all your thing. If you agree to it, fine, go jump on the plane.
Yeah, I'll eat proper pamoto that short period. I'll eat proper casaoli. I'll have case me. Look, it's a free thing. I'll be happy. So yes. So it's a good initiative they started with. It's very good. I think they should continue to encourage people, but it's just that they have to do much work with the roads, electricity, all of the things are key, and then we can promote it from all part of the globe that we encourage people to go back home. I think it's a good idea. Trying to find out that clip to play it for our audience to see it. It's a good thing that they put out there. So, Francis, it's just a thought.
Okay, so we'll be
Yes, guys. So what we said. Well, let us go back to our topic. Let's see what we're discussing.
Yeah. So Paul, you got a couple of newspapers that you have. I want us to start. There's a story about corruption, but don't play when they put ask. Don't show it when they put asking. What LCC is pressing the Parker administration. Any got a story?
Yeah. It's yeah.
Okay. So before you play, let's take a quick break, and after that quick break, we'll also play something about corruption. Then you can bring that clip in. So here we go. I hope I got it correctly.
Through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. The spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia.
You are watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottom Line Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Okay, indeed, it's true that you're listening to the Bottom Line Liberia, and we are now about to review the story from the nature newspapers, and we'll be starting with our story where the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is pressing the current administration to do something about corruption or corrupt officials, and they have made references to names. But before that, we'll play you a clip. Maybe we might not play all of this clip, but we'll play you a clip about corruption. And the reason I love this clip is because it tells you what corruption is. Because some of us just know the name corruption or know how to spell it, know how to write it, but we don't know why it does. So listen to this clip before Paul will bring in that story.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in a state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society. We all lose when corruption is rampant. Those who participate in corruption have chosen evil over good, lies over truth, and personal gain over well-being of all. To be corrupt means to be rotten. When meat is corrupt, it's rotten and it stinks. Rotten meat can't be eaten. When a person is corrupt, he's rotten and unfit for a place in the community. A corrupt person should be jailed in order to protect society from the vile deeds of the corrupt person. Government should be protecting us from the foul results of corruption instead of being the proponents and participants in corruption. When corruption is systemic, when it's a culture and a way of life, when corruption thrives, it destroys the health of the community and nation. Now let me tell you something. Defeating corruption is a very difficult thing. The love of money is the root of all evil, the Bible says. People who love money will do almost anything to get it. Those who choose to stand up against corruption, you need to know that we're going to be involved in a war. We will be threatened, vilified, intimidated, marginalized, and ridiculed. These kind of people who stand up against corruption will often feel alone, as if they are the problem instead of the solution. Corruption can only be defeated when enough people have had enough and decide to do something about it. Africa needs to raise up a new generation of corrupt-free young people who together and in support of one another build a beautiful new corrupt-free Africa. We need a new generation of young people to fill the places of leadership who think differently and are motivated not by greed, but a genuine sense of servanthood to the people of our community. The church exists to call the nation back to righteousness. We are here to lift the standard of good that God requires for prosperity and health to flourish across the land. The Bible says, "Woe to those who acquit the guilty for a bribe, but deny justice to the innocent. Therefore, as tongues of fire lick up straw, and as dry grass sinks down in the flames, so their roots will decay and their flowers blow away like dust, for they have rejected the law of the Lord Almighty." We all need to be reminded that from time to time, God has created everything. Therefore, he owns everything. He is the final authority over everything, and he has the right to determine how everything should be managed and used. We own nothing. What we have, we only manage.
Okay, we own nothing. Paul, I don't know, gentlemen, I don't know how you guys look at this clip. We've been having this clip here for a while now. We've been running it for some time. But every time we run it, I learned something new from every sentence that this man makes. And for me, all Liberians, for me, Paul, you guys are not looking at me. Sorry, my camera. If all Liberians, including me, you, all the top politicians, if we could just take a minute, this video is about 6 minutes long or so. If we could just take a minute of every day to listen to this video, something will spark in our heads that corruption is not good. Because, corruption, if you are a corrupt man, you're getting all the money, right? Yes, very good. But why are you leaving among the people, the poor people, and you are, when you are in the community, you are not rich, you are all the same guy, you sit down and check up, go and play and work together. But the moment you start getting money, then your own neighbor become your enemy. You got to build your fence high. That just the fence that don't can build about 10 more houses. You see it? So you separate yourself. So corruption affects everybody. Yeah, you're getting the money, but then you become fear. You full of fear everywhere. That something will happen to you. You the same common guy who used to be moving 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, nobody hammering you. But this time you come home 7 o'clock, you lock your gate. Okay? But charming guys, and then we can go on to that newspaper.
Friends, I don't know if Francis want to go.
No, go, Paul, go.
The thing is, when you steal, they give it a good name, say corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealing, just stealing. Someone who can steal, they just steal. In Liberia, they call it roll. So they gave it such a beautiful name that so the common man wouldn't think that they're stealing. So corruption are big word they use on the book, but are just stealing from the. And I tell you, before we go into the newspaper, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I spoke to somebody in this area called how they call it Bonafan when going to
Kakata Highway.
yeah, Kakata Highway. 3 young men went to steal. They caught them, they beat them unmercifully. The other one bled to death. They broke the other one foot and they died. The 3 of them, they had their body all there displayed. So that's stealing. In Liberia, when you steal from people, they celebrate you. But the common men are go steal a mobile phone, they'll beat that person to death. So I don't understand the definition of the way they define stealing in Liberia when they put a big adjective behind it, say corruption, and then the one who just make something they call them Zoko, and they beat those people to death. So stealing is stealing, whatever way. So well, one day the people wake up and catch some of our government official and lash them that the way they can beat the common people that can steal. Would that ever happen?
I thought I shared something in the Portland today, one short TikTok clip where the lady from Senegal was saying that the former president of Senegal, Macky Sall, has been arrested and he'll be investigated. And if found guilty, he might go to jail. So the guy is under arrest right now. But the young president that took over, he did that. See, I sent that video today, or probably we're gonna be here only now. But whatever the case, Francis, we're gonna go to the newspaper clip now. But this video.
Yeah, quickly. Look, stealing. What do you call it? I mean, the different measures taken, it being categorized. I mean, white collar crimes. It's corruption. You wear coat suit and tie. It's a white collar crime.
A color can get that.
So the blue collar crime and the black collar people, I want they can I can feel. So you're not in the white collar people, they don't go steal, Bill. Really the thing. Cause I want to they'll treat you with all respect, but yeah, so the point you look at, I mean, it's bad. Corruption is very bad. These things that are practiced in our homes from the beginning in Liberia, what it is. Corruption is not only going to steal money. Corruption is the way you live. It's the example that that is set by you, your parents, the community. Yeah, we shouldn't get it wrong. That we all know that the people in the West, in Europe, in America, they steal. But it's not at a proportional scale as compared to Africa, especially Liberia, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's because when people steal in Liberia, we glorify them. They are the big boss now, So, but Paul, go to that LACC story and let's hear what's there.
Okay, this is the newspaper article. This is front page Africa. I'm quoting. The LACC is asking the president to fight corruption in his own government, because what happened specifically, this was the reason why he came to power, because George Weah government were very corrupt that led to people to vote for him to clean out the mess. But it seems to us in his government their favoritism. So this is what the newspaper is saying, that, and they made reference to the Commerce Minister as well of receiving a $96,000 vehicle which they made, and they asking he now to fight this thing and to clean out his own government. Although they have arrested a few people in the past government, but that was the reason why they brought him to power. So Liberians are frustrated about what is happening, and they want him to now take the lead and fight this, what we call corruption. It's too early in his government.
Yeah. Francis?
Look, there have been several findings from the LACC for the president to act upon. You still dragging his feet, and if you lacking the political will, I would say the family ties. It's alleged that he has a lot of corruption reports. That he should be acting on, but we all know that the former president said the same thing. People will be baking. We are so interrelated. Then George reacting with the same stuff that everybody knows. So he cannot effectuate, corruption, persecution because of the interrelatedness of the society, intertwined, interwoven. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I think it's getting the country, man.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Well, if all of our leaders will always set that criteria, about me being related to Paul being related to you, and so we cannot prosecute people in our government, then we must as well do away with discipline in the home, because if my children will go out and do anything bad, it is my responsibility as parent to discipline them and tell them, say, no, this is not good, to even tell them, just by telling them that this is not good as a form of discipline. Okay, so I don't see where the government will have sympathy. They may that my auntie's son, or they may myself be knowing each other for long. So he stole a project money, the project that was supposed to bring clean drinking water to the citizens who voted for us, the citizens that we promised to take care of. Send the man stole the money, and the man, have been doing for us, so let the man get go. And remember that we are not a rich country. All the monies that we're talking about, the money that will go around begging. Yeah, the president, he had not been in his own bedroom for more than almost 2 weeks now, or 3 weeks, going 3 weeks, running around for money. When you get money, bring it, then somebody take all and put it in your pocket and say, Lord, just let the man go. The man will know him. I think that's very wrong criteria. That's wrong signal. It is sent down to the people. Not only in government, but he sent that down to his family. That, okay, you can steal, or you can miss many things and go unpunished because we know you, or you my son, you my this. No. We need a strong leadership that will say, Lord, listen, you my son, you my brother, you my anything. If you do this, this is not right. God will make us. God made on your image. God said, when I do this, when you do that, this will happen to you. He set rule. We know. So if God can set boundary for us, then why we human can't follow that boundary? But we find an excuse. The person here will. How in the world that one person will corrupt the whole country's money, then you say you know him? I don't know that man. The relationship he got with him, I don't have it with him. And the money that he's stealing, it belongs to all of us. And then he said, let him go because we know him. I think that's a wrong signal. But I remember the early years of George Wleh, maybe the first year or the second year, there was this thing about the LACC trying to have prosecutorial power that they can prosecute because it's the LACC. I don't know what I want to show or on my private podcast that I talked to somebody from the LACC and asking the particular question. You are the ones on the field doing the investigation and finding the corrupt people. So if if you find corrupt people, why don't you do the prosecution? They say no, we turn that over to Justice Ministry, and some of the Justice Ministry is that willing to act. So what you guys think? Do you think the LACC should be given that power to go and prosecute?
I thought there was a reform in the LACC during the Wleh government, because at some point, once they came up with something, they got rid of all of them because they didn't want their names to come out. So they decided to get rid of all of them, bring in people. Yeah, they should have that power to do it, because if you, I mean, the way the thing structure is, LACC is an independent entity that should have that power to go after people. You see, but the way it's structured, they will give the names, then they have to send it to the Justice Minister. Then the Justice Minister will discuss with the president before they act on it. So I think they should give them that power, that they should be like, we dare to clear out. So what are you, Justice Minister? We can come after you too. They should have that power to do it. And that's the only way things will be better. It gave them the ammunition, say, whoever, even my son is called, go for my son. That things, people will see the difference in our country. And in a situation like this, I think President Burka, his government, he must set an example, good example, even his close family members, so people can see that now this thing is getting serious, because that kind of example, when you do with your own family member, you can do it with the rest of the people. Then people will start thinking twice before they even take the pencil from the office.
Hey, let me tell you something. I mean, look, most of this corruption thing we have been hearing, I think it's allegation. I don't know. I've never seen. It's for those who live in Liberia, but you don't see people brandishing their newfound wealth or assets in the full glare of the public, unlike the last administration, where in 6 months you see that people were posting the president condominiums, the party stewards have flashy cars, the homes, the ball homes, they were building homes. So it's yet to be established that these corruptions are going on. So we don't know, So we hope that the president can act on it, or even the allegations bring, empower the LACC to investigate people and turn it over to the Ministry of Justice, work with the Ministry of Justice to prosecute it.
And I think Francis is adding another dimension to the discourse when he talks about this being all of the corruption issues they are being alleged. They are allegations. Yeah, it's true, quite true. Every under our jurisprudence, every crime committed, the alleged perpetrator is yet innocent until proven guilty. But the thing here is, despite the fact that they are not brandishing all of what they got, their wealths, the Wleh administration, that's what makes it even important for investigation. What we're saying here, we're not just talking about anybody prosecuting. I think the LACC is asking the government to fight corruption, the corrupt officials. And they're not talking about just go to one office one morning and grab people and start jailing them or beating them, but go and investigate. Because the only way you will be able to truly establish as to whether this person had done something is to investigate. And so the thing is, since this government came to power, we are not seeing anybody being investigated with all the alleged corrupt practices that we hear about. So this is the point right here, that nobody has been investigated to find out whether the person is guilty or not. And how long can we go? Because as long as we investigate these people, nobody will be sure that they are corrupt or they are not corrupt. But at the same time, we see things happening. Okay, you even talk about they are not brandishing or their wealth. Look at Amin Mutar. He's been in the news for some car deal or for some car that he bought $96,000. It's even mentioned in this story. So, do you think that is healthy? That requires investigation. Here in Europe, even it can be the slightest thing. If you do it, they'll investigate you, because as long as there is no investigation done, there will be this allegation looming over your head all the time, all of the time. That is, so you cannot clear your name. So if you are a government official and there is something about you in the news, I think you should be the one pushing. If LACC, because the LACC, remember, is a commission that is accredited under the law, that is empowered under the law to do to find out. So if they accuse you, I don't think they got any reason to just go around accusing people. So, I think the government should do the right thing to try to carry out the investigation to either clear these people's name or to find them guilty.
Yeah, it's true, Linford, because what you guys are seeing, the allegation about the $96,000 vehicle that was purchased, the Transparency International also calling upon the government to investigate that amount. So since we don't know, it's all article being alleged and the information is out there. So that's what they're saying is some favoritism here within this government, because such big allegations that have been roaming around for a while now, they should step in and say, wait a minute, whether this guy is suspended, let's investigate if this thing is truth. Some action should be taken. That's what they're calling for, to investigate this amount, because it's here they say, although the revenue authority already announced that they yet they send the money to MedTech. So, and the information is there. So they asking the government to go further to investigate, is this truth? Then we know whether it's being alleged or is truth in it. That's why they want an investigation. You see? So I hope that they take you and investigate the situation that happening. They also mentioned about the $22 million issue with Popular Works, where the lawmakers will pardon you. Something now read. So they add all of this information that is coming. Let the government investigate and take action. That's what they're calling on him.
And talking about the $22 million from Public Works, I think that will take us to the next newspaper. I think Paul has something interesting there.
Yes, this the route between these two is the technical minister and the minister proper. These two people fighting. But this story, I heard some gossip last week about some money issue regarding the $22 million that these two people been fighting over this money. That was they say. But now today, newspaper have picked it up, say, well, these two people had a face fight in a meeting yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you go deep down in the story, but then the publicity person from the ministry said he denied about people at the ministry said there's a big row between these two people. And even a letter was sent out last week from the minister to this technical person that he now sabotaging he been subpoena in a way. They gave him warning. The minister gave him warning. So it's all in the information. It's all in there. Very interesting. These are two people fighting for something, and the thing is because of the $22 million foul play were made regard to the road rehabilitation. So who was supposed to get what? Somebody showing that they know more than their friend here. That's the story.
Well, this guy was on OKFM, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. He was there to address the growing concerns of the road, how the road maintenance and how the roads are not pliable. So he was there, and he was asked that question as well. But the guy Julius Jail or something on OKFM, He did not want to comment, so he refused, but so yeah, and the minister himself is full of ego. He thinks he's one of the biggest dog. He has arrived because he's serving heading government, I think assistant minister at the Ministry of so he are one of those guys who think they know everything, Yeah, he cannot be wrong, so yeah, so I think
Yeah,
that's the problem. The unity party government. People so much ego, claim to know everything. So if you have too much no man in one area, that's a problem.
is it when you get too many chefs in the kitchen, the food always have
Yeah.
problem. You see, but if you look at the structure of the Unity Party government, that's why we said this thing over and over. We were not soothsayers, we were not cutters, but we saw the danger ahead. We sensed it because like Mr. Comey will always say, the past performance will determine your present performance or whatever. These people were there 12 years, and I've always said it. Every time I will say this, but people will take it for fun. The guys you saw pushing the agenda of the Unity Party in the past election, they were guys who were at a nominal role during the early administration. Either some deputy minister or some assistant minister who did not get what they wanted in that administration. So they knew the loopholes, they knew where the monies are, how they can maneuver. So they were pushing at all costs. Now all of them were actually members of the Unity Party to say they are committed members, but because they knew where to get the money from and how they can manage to get money. So they were pushing the agenda of the arrest so that they will be able to have their chance to come. We blew the alarm for several months before the election. We said it, but people did not know. People did not catch what we were saying. Now you see, there's deputy minister, there's particular minister of public works, Roland Giddings. I think I know some of the family members, one of them sat in the classroom with me, with a very good friend. Okay. And I knew from the start that he had motive. This guy was on Spoon TV, he was pushing, he even came on closing argument, he was pushing for this government, and he was one of the strong advocates. Nothing can pass by this guy when he talk about Unity Party. Simply because he knew, and he always posted, I work as deputy minister at public works, so I know everything that is there, and blah blah. And so he had already allocated to himself this position that I would be if the Unity Party government wins, or the Unity Party wins and becomes a government, I would be the public works minister. So untouchable. You remember the past video we talked about some untouchables? This is one of them. He feels that he's entitled because they didn't want to build a government. They didn't want to push for it. So then we see another tribal mayor from the president's tribe there as deputy minister, who will also think that, okay, yeah, this is my tribal mayor who is the end. Look, all these things we got to hit the nail on the head. Like, we are troubled. We are troubled. I want nobody can deny it. Okay? So the Kisi mayor, this is a Tama. The Tama here, Onyuma is a president, so he's more entitled to Onyuma presidency than getting into a parliament, even though he getting through, they didn't want to build a government. So there will be that rift. And I don't know how to work around, but who's the victim? Who are the real victims here? Us, the commoners. We would need roads to travel. We would need roads to transport our goods and services to the market. And this is where Liberians need to take the cue as of now and prepare for the next elections.
Yeah. It's interesting though. It's interesting because a lot of the fight, because if you remember a few months back within the DEA, also there was something not just adding up with these too much know-all people. You get A.B. Clomar and Fadigal, the other side, they were fighting the two know-all on our end. Then now you got the same thing with Popular Works. To know all, it's just something this I don't know. Friends said maybe this is where I think if I were in leadership, we sack these people and bring other people on board because this is not good.
No, but it's a fact. Look, because there are a lot of people on the bench waiting. Marcel here waiting to get my call. to go serve the country, my man. I think you talk about you just mentioned AB's command name. He was subpoenaed. He was subpoenaed by the court to go testify against the Nigerian guys that although the guys they are criminals. I don't know why our court's giving them any kind of red events. Although they're entitled to the rights. All those guys are hardcore criminals. They just destroying the country.
Yeah, people bringing in drugs and stuff like that. But we hope that this confusion at the Public Works Ministry will be laid to rest. And like Paul said, I think you can't have two roosters in the same village.
You got to kill one rooster. Finish.
Yeah. When I grew up on the farm with my grandparents, right?
I want the chicken. I want the thigh.
We had a lot of chickens and whatever. So I remember that every time they bring one rooster, my man, the two roosters will fight until they block. I said, why they people fighting? Then the old man say one of them want to be the man for all the hens. So you see, you can't have two roosters in the same village. One got to go. So or else we, the commoners, will be the victims all the time. And this is a Public Works minister who went to testify before the House and admitted to misappropriation of funds, and people were begging for him. Then he and the deputy are loggerhead. So tell me now, all the road when they put all the yellow machines on the road, they made it pay potter. The rain it damaged everything. Against their own slogan that within the 500 days, no car will get stopped. But more cars are getting stopped more than the last 6 years. So when will anything good happen? Nothing good will happen because there is this confusion. The deputy is doing one thing or saying one thing. And remember that most of the projects or most of the approvals for projects, for funds or whatever can be done through the deputy. The minister will have to pass it down to the deputy. So the deputy says, no, I can't sign the paper here for so reason. That document will be loud and the project will be stalled.
And he's the one that's supposed to administer the project. This guy. So he think he know more than the minister telling him, so I know more than you. So the fight is between them. So I don't know. So maybe one went to Harvard and one went to Yale. So they're trying to show which university they both went to. So all of the government, President Burke getting to sack them and bring Francis on board. Maybe we'll have something, because I want, when I go home, Christmas, they won't get a free travel to go home. I want to go to
my very good car, I don't want to be traveling.
Just sack you guy for. I mean, they're just embarrassing people here.
But Francis is not going to follow us. Francis will go to the National Police. I would recommend that Francis go to DEA.
Oh, when Francis go to DEA, I'll definitely go working with him, because I play the money. My man, we're in the wrong position here, or in the wrong job.
I will jail you first. I want to go clean. We think that we're going to for corruption. Clean our country. I mean, the country is bad. Look, the thing is that our people.
For those of you joining us on a very serious note, corruption is a problem in our country. That's the problem we're having. Liberia is small. We're not a rich country, but we can afford. Actually, we can afford. Let me tell you one thing. Our mineral resources can attract people to come and we'll get money. But the way the money is being managed, I was watching this Ghanaian boy who does, who goes around the country, and he showed Botswana that these people, how there's a university in Botswana. You know how that university was built from the interview they brought with the people. Yeah, the people, all the citizens brought one cow. Every family they brought one cow. Those that can afford, maybe 2 or 3, 4 families will join to get one cow. Now the cow, they were able to sell meat, and then started the university. And go see that university. Can you imagine how committed the people are? And because if that Liberia, all the citizens will collect that cow, right, and bring it. Then the money, one person will take it and will say, oh, the mayor will know that our friends, so don't just forget about him. The former president Sally can take responsibility for her son for bankrupting Nuka, the whole oil company. Norway, where they live by oil. Mexico, they look at the desert we call Dubai. Every time I fly all that country, I can laugh. I'm like, what? In the desert, the person that you see the skyscraper almost hitting the plane. Way in the air there. The people got nothing. The people can plant trees. Hey, man.
That is leadership. When you're a visionary leader, things can happen. Look, how long it took Rwanda today? Rwanda, one of the cleanest cities. Liberia, Rwanda were in civil war at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just a level of visionary person. And that's how things can change. Look, Liberia can change easily. You don't have to be a skyscraper, but just the vision of a person said, this is the way I want to see the country, it will happen. That's all. Look, that's what we're talking.
You're talking about Botswana. You know, I used to work with UPS and went to the people office, the embassy. Look, the guy on the embassy, the guy like this, what we call sign hanging on the wall. Corruption, using public vehicle, using government property after working hours of corruption.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like the guys, I talked to the guy. I said, "Is this serious?" I said, "Yeah, serious." Government cars are packed 4:30, liters 5:6, liters 5:30. It's packed. He said, so is there even a ambassador? The ambassador wants to go home. He goes home. If does not have anything to do, if not invited to any functionary like the, like the ambassadors always having party and stuff like that, he parks the car. He saves the government money to do things for the people of the country. You see, when he see student yet, why they got free education, why they get import going to school, they getting some money. Same thing happening. Yeah, there's seen that happening there. I was like, wow. He said, I don't know.
In fact,
I think I've been doing a long time, man. I go to work there. I sit and talk with the guys, the driver for a while.
I said that clip in the bottom line where the boy talking to the girl at the university, and he said they take pay, the students take pay.
Yes.
Yeah. They go to school free and they take pay.
But Guinea was doing, they were giving us the student $25 every month.
Can you imagine?
We were in high school, we're hearing the news that from Guinea, if you Secretary Town, they were giving us money.
Yeah, it's all to encourage. Yeah. Like what they were doing? They were giving careful.
So, but man, anyway, let's move on because we came late. There's another story, and I got this Jack Daniel.
Yeah, we got 45 minutes, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, we call it Jack Daniel that I bought because I learned that war and economic crime are going to come.
Man, let me see that bottle. No, before we go further, bring that bottle. Let me see it. Jack Daniel being there.
All right, give me a second. Talk the story. Let me grab my bottle so you can see.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, but first I think it's only fair enough for all to see the one Jack Daniel. You got in there, that promoted Jack Daniel.
I put tea in the bottle. I may drink. I think only put tea in that bottle.
He put tea inside. Yes, and you open it right here today. We'll see the one Jack Daniel. Yeah, but Francis, on a serious note, our country, I don't know where we're going because every time we change leadership, it's a scene story. In fact, sometimes even because worse. So the question is, I think the election, the electorates, the voters, they are getting fatigued now because the thing, who will trust now? So we get the people just set up for anybody. They'll say, okay, my man, because it will be the scene story. So let you put anybody there. In any case, we have to have a president or leader.
No, but the thing is that on the other hand, look, some of the when I start drinking the tea, by the time they start that code, that will be finished.
Before you see this thing here, they bought every time. My man, but they did and said they men signed the thing. I said, me open the thing. Then the next day the story changed. So
I come into London. I come to London. I found
the bottle here. So anyway, this is the story. You see, welcome to Nima County. This county was established in 1964.
Wow.
See? Yeah. So this establishment of the War Crime Code, and now the people in Nimali Butu have a mixed reaction to this story. And not long ago, we know that how they call it, Baksha, that woman, she was in Liberia with her team. And this thing, the government is now pushing it. So older people in the town, some 90-year-old person said it would be good to have this because Butu was the place that was the gateway, that where Charles Taylor then used to enter Liberia. So, and over 250,000 men, women, and children died in the 14-year or Civil War. So some people say it's belated, other people say it's a good thing to have it. So the War Crime Code is something that people are really looking forward to for. And one of the things, there's a 56-year-old lady who said that they can't imagine people who have killed people in this country. They are the decision maker. So it would be good for them to face justice in Liberia. So yeah, there are mixed reactions. So this is the story that has been published in the front page Africa about Butuo. They want this thing to happen, and we hope that it's happening. So, yeah, I know Linford. I just want to share that with you. What your take?
I want to imagine that 56 years old woman at the time, she was in her prime. She was like around 20 something when they walk in. So I know something happens. Remember, her early days were taken away. So if you, from 1990 until now, it's been 34 years. So if the woman is 56, she should have been 22 years at that time. So can you imagine 22-year-old going through war situation?
Yeah,
that's not easy. That's what most of us experienced. But let me get point out here that for me, the news about the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code sparking, some controversies, whether Nima or wherever or the entire country, for me, it's not a new scenario. I have expected that all along, that you will not have, let's say we get 5 million people in Liberia, just to speak, or so to speak, you will not have all 5 million endorsing that. So some people will be against it. And that's the beauty of life, that everybody can agree to the same thing, or else life will be monotonous.
Mm-hmm.
So, there will always be opposition to everything. Even in a home, if you were to ask all your children, if the woman also ask all the children, including you, the husband, and say, what are we cooking today? Can we cook pambola? Somebody say, no, I want to eat pambola. Somebody say, I want to eat cassava. So, this is what life is. So, but that doesn't mean that because it's sparking controversies that people are disagreeing, that it should not go on, or else nothing will go on in the country. Mm-hmm. Like I said, even if you go to the federal ministry and ask the people who want to increase your pay by $10, some people say no, you're making 20. Some people say yeah, we agree to $10. People always have mixed reactions. So I think in the midst of the mixed reactions, the government should take strength to muster the guts to even establish the War Crimes Code, because that's when people will measure the strength of the government, that this government, they can do something, whether we like it or not. Once it's right, they can do it. So I don't think that mixed reaction. Imagine Prince Johnson is from Nima County, and Prince Johnson is senator. So a lot of people are under the influence of Prince Johnson, you think, and most of the boys that fought the war, they're from Butuo, because they were the war enter. So you think they will say, okay, you're bringing, we agree. No, people, some of them, because they've been told different story that the war is coming for them. So they will have different impression about it.
Yeah. Yeah, friends, what your take on this so we can close up?
Look, it's nothing different from what Linford said. People have been told in Butuo. Don't know the message, but I think it might be a mixed reaction, because some of the people there, wants to see justice too, because it was not only the Gi or Manipur that died there. That created atrocities. God, the government, the Syria AFL went there first. It was the first battleground. So
Yeah.
What happened there? People, women were raped. You know the story. So it could lead to mixed reactions. So it will be people there, even more people there who are actually yearning for the court to be open because they want to tell the story. So that's it, man.
Yeah. So Linfa is right, because the way they have propagated the whole thing about those who have arms will they will face justice. So some of them will definitely be, so it means I come and face it, but they know that the leaders themselves they're looking for in the whole thing. So is the way information and then disseminated over there. Maybe that's why they're getting this mixed reaction. So Linfa, take us home.
Well, so I want to say thank you, gentlemen, for the time we spent here, and for those of you who joined us. And we still have contact with our guests. They'll be appearing. There are 2 people. They'll be appearing on Tuesday, according to the message we received. So we'll be talking about this diaspora voting rights on Tuesday. So you will still get information from us. We will share the information, and we hope that you can join us then. But guys, I want to say thank you very much. And Liberians, this is the message to us, that our country is rich. We can make it. Only if we do away with corruption, only if we do away with this sentiment that, I know John Brown. John Brown knows me. So if John Brown does bad, we cannot punish him, especially the bad thing that will affect the entire country, like corruption. Imagine few people living in mansion, the rest of you. I know you guys saw the flood, man. How people standing outside, nowhere to sleep. Water everywhere. I know it can happen anywhere, but again, this is like so, guys. I want to take off this way. I don't know, Paul. You got any music there? Like you got someone that music that is okay.
I think what we could do is to play one of those songs around, and then
I guess something.
Today is Friday, so we can play this one here by the young Liberian artist. He made a very beautiful music. So yeah, I got it. Call it say, "Don't Count Show You." Yeah. Okay. So I'll say to our audience, it was good having everyone here. So say have a fantastic weekend, and we'll leave you with this beautiful young Liberian artist.
Boy.
If we're pregnant, speak up.
Only records, Now you bad liquor on a tell what you want you to don't can show yourself. Got plenty dancing, as you dancing, you get copy. I say don't can show yourself. Chani, Mr. Chani, I say to never don't control yourself. You say you young boy, your sling on a papa bob. I say don't control yourself. You don't get money, you want eat shawarma, eat some pizza, don't control yourself. I using sense on you, using sense on your own, Chani, don't control yourself. Your Nina Kebe, you go or you say your Nina Sarah, don't control yourself. That's who me bluffing, are you bluffing? You get nothing, I say don't control yourself.